So as we all know, Juice WRLD is actually coming to Fortnite after all of the years, after all of the leaks, after all of the supposed talks between Fortnite Epic Games and Juice WRLD's manager. We officially have confirmation that Juice WRLD is coming to Fortnite. Now, I have a little bit of mixed opinions with kind of leaning one way, and this is a video where I would love to know what you guys think, because is it proper for Epic Games, or is it the right thing to do? Is it disrespectful at all? That should be the word that I'm using. Is it disrespectful for Epic Games to add somebody who's passed into Fortnite? I'm going to give my thoughts, and as always, I'd love to know what you think about it down below in the comments. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, my name is Kyle. I am your guy with many YouTube channels. Let's talk about Juice WRLD. So, to be honest with you, out of everything that the Fortnite community has made a giant fuss about, I'm a little bit surprised that there's no big pushback. I'm not saying there should be. I'm just surprised after, like, you could change the way a pickaxe looks. You could add, like, a little bit of a feather on top of a pickaxe and be like, oh my god, Epic Games, what are they doing? But you add somebody who's actually dead and there's no outrage whatsoever. Again, I don't have an issue with it. I'm just saying, like, I'm just a little bit shocked, to be honest with you. Now, obviously, the elephant in the room in this being Fortnite is profiting some way, and I would imagine that Juice WRLD's manager is also profiting. I don't know. It would be nice if Juice WRLD's family profited from it, but I don't know. Regardless, there are people profiting off of somebody who has passed away. Now, is that right? Is that wrong? To be honest with you, I understand if people were outraged about it, but I don't know how else to say this without sounding disrespectful, but I promise you with all my heart, I do not mean it this way. Does it really matter because he's no longer with us? At the end of the day, you could look at this as Fortnite is actually saying adding him to the game is honoring his legacy. I think it's really cool that people are going to get him for free. I don't know if it's for challenges or if everybody's just going to get granted a Juice WRLD skin. I think it's really cool. Like in the key art there, you could see it. Was it in the clouds that you could see him? I'll try to remember to put it on screen, but no promises there. I think the way that they're handling this is actually very, very smart. They're not making people pay for Juice WRLD, because you could, for a skin like Juice WRLD, you could bump up the price big time on that. I like the fact that they're just using him as, like, they're adding him like with these the season that's just appreciating a bunch of artists, a bunch of rappers, and you're adding arguably one of the greatest musicians of our generation. And I understand that that's up for debate, but you kind of get what I'm saying. To say that this is honoring his legacy, so far, they're doing a really, really good job about it. I hope that we see more music from him, and Epic Games is actually making a live event out of it. Supposedly, there's going to be an interactive concert. I'm still shocked in talking about that there's no outrage about it, but I have no issue with it. The way that I personally see this, okay, is this really is honoring his legacy. And I would say that same thing even if they were charging for things that Juice WRLD had in the item shop. I don't care that people are profiting up from it. You could have so many people, like, I'm a fan of his music. I'm a fan. I've enjoyed his music for a very long time. For the people who are like hardcore Juice WRLD fans, I think it's cool that you could take a look at them and they could play as the skin, or I'm definitely going to be getting some jam tracks myself. Like, I've really, really enjoyed some of his music. I think it's cool that a lot of his fans, and there's bound to be, like, I would even say millions of people on Fortnite who have enjoyed his music. It's a good way to honor his legacy. The pushback, on the other hand, is I already know that I'm going to run into TikToks, I'm going to run into YouTube shorts, or even maybe just YouTube videos of people, like, going in creative mode, using Juice WRLD, getting into a plane, and just crashing it, or having him stumble out of it, or something like that. I think it's very important to not let any bad apples ruin this experience for anybody, because no matter who you add, people are going to do horrible things with. Like, I remember the first time they added Ariana Grande to Fortnite. You guys remember all those clips? It was the hugging emote. That's what it was, because it wasn't bugged, or it was bugged back then. It wasn't patched back then. If you remember when they first added Ariana Grande, I can't exactly say what they were doing on YouTube, but you remember when you would use the hugging emote, and then if you crouched, the character would crouch, so they'd have Ariana Grande crouch with another male skin, and then there were clips like that everywhere. So Fortnite goes ahead and adds this artist for a bunch of their fans. You listen to Ariana Grande's music, and all of a sudden, you just see clips of Ariana Grande doing very inappropriate things with male skins. They're going to do the same thing with Juice WRLD. I mean, like, if they still had the hugging emote, they would definitely be doing that, but I can already see the amount of, like, dead jokes that I'm going to be seeing online. I just already see it. Now, I'm not here to complain about that. I personally, if I don't like something, I just ignore it. If I think it's disrespectful, I just ignore it. And I think it's very important to not let any bad apples ruin the experience. And this is coming from somebody, honestly, like, I can enjoy some good dark humor, to be honest with you. I really can. At the end of the day, I have a lot of respect for the music that he made. I honestly don't know much about him as a person, to be honest with you, but I listen to his music. I think it's going to be cool to have him in Fortnite, and it's a good way to honor his legacy by getting and just jamming out to his music here and there. I think I'm definitely going to be playing Festival with my friends, and I'm going to be singing along to some of his songs. I think having those types of experiences are much more important than just letting some people making clips of Juice WRLD ruin that for anybody, because you got to think that is the very, very, very small minority of people that are actually getting the Juice WRLD skin. The vast majority of the community is going to say, this is awesome. One of my favorite rappers. I don't even, can you call Juice WRLD a rapper? I guess so. Like a musician, okay? Because I know that he's had different songs, right? But one of my favorite musicians are actually getting into one of my favorite games, and I think that's the biggest takeaway from all of this. I think it's cool the way that they're doing it, like I said, with him in the clouds, the way with the trailer, they got him really hyped up. I imagine as time goes on, we're going to hear about the issue of Epic Games and Juice WRLD's manager profiting off someone's passing. I'm going to be straight with you. I don't care. I don't care. His manager was probably close with him, and it's Epic Games' game. If they're adding something, like, obviously they're going to profit. I think it's a cool experience they're making. I don't care if they profit from it at all. I don't look at that, and I don't see Epic Games like dishonoring his legacy or being disrespectful to the dead. I don't see that, and I think it'd be cool if Epic Games like perhaps did a little bit more than this. If you'd like to dive a little bit deeper, yeah, you know what? Maybe get permission from the family. But to be honest with you, that's the extent I'll go. I don't even know. How would that even go? Like, do you just need to talk to his manager? I would imagine so, because that's what we've been hearing for so long. Epic Games and Juice WRLD's manager have been communicating. Is that just how it works when people die? Is the manager just take over any decisions after? I guess so. That would make sense, right? Because the manager is the one who's managing. I'm kind of confusing myself now, because, like, would they have to go to the family? I don't even know. I'm interested to see one day how Epic Games actually came about getting this collaboration, and if anybody knows like how this type of stuff has worked in the past, because I don't even know if something like this has even happened. Not necessarily somebody coming to a video game, but like creating something after somebody died. I don't know. It's a whole weird situation. It's a touchy situation, but it's a little bit weird. Getting a little bit off topic. But again, guys, please let me know what you think about this, because the entire topic is really weird. Like, I don't know if playing this game throughout the entirety of the amount that Fortnite's been out, I don't know if there's ever been a time where I'm like, we're going to get a dead guy as a collaboration. Maybe because there's been talks for so long, but like maybe I was thinking because it hasn't worked out so long. Like, when did those conversations even start? I feel like we were hearing about it since Chapter 2, Juice WRLD coming to the game. Regardless, it's a very, very weird situation. I think it's a cool honor for his legacy. He's made a huge dent into the music industry. I personally really enjoy his music. Again, I don't know much about him as a person, but I know a lot of people that really, really hold Juice WRLD special to their hearts, and I think that's really cool for his fans, no matter what. I think if Juice WRLD had the opportunity looking from above down below, I think he would think it's really cool that so many people from a video game are consistently listening to his music, jamming out on their guitars, having fun in a battle royale match, just sitting back, laughing, and enjoying his music, as so many people still do to this day. Like, again, I still listen to Juice WRLD's music, and it sucks that we've never gotten any new music from him, man. It's nothing you can do, of course, but like I said, at the end of the day, I see this, no matter if Epic Games is profiting, no matter if his manager is profiting, I don't care. I look at it as a really, really cool thing. I do understand if there was any sort of pushback. I do understand the people having issues of like, hey, this guy is no longer with us. Why is Epic Games putting him into Fortnite? I understand where people will be coming from if anybody has an issue with that, but ultimately, I do disagree with it more than I agree with it. Again, I understand the other side in this one. This is one where I could really be swayed. So I'm interested to see if you guys have any opinions in the comments down below. There's a lot of interesting topics we've been talking about lately, and I will for sure be making a lot of comments of the week videos. If you guys are fairly new to the channel and you are unfamiliar with comments of the week, it's a series of videos that I make, and I'm so behind. I need to make way more of these where I take a look at the videos, because we have such interesting conversations with such an amazing community over here, and it's been getting a little bit more difficult for me to catch up on these comments because the channel's been growing, which I'm very, very thankful for, by the way. But it's a good way for me to reply, even whether the comments agree with me, disagree with me. It makes for a fantastic conversation. So I really appreciate everybody taking the time out of their day to comment down below. It's more difficult for me to get to comments now, but I am still doing my best, and I think these videos are a good way to show appreciation for you guys giving your thoughts in the comments. If you guys are interested in seeing one of those videos, you can check that out right here. Maybe you like it, and I think you'll like it. A lot of people like it. I'd love to have you guys over there. Take care, everybody.